Thank you, General Graham, for being here today. Really appreciate your service to our country, and I'm sorry to hear about your loss of your father. I'm sure he was very proud to see you become Secretary. And I want to say thank you for coming to my office last week and visiting. I greatly appreciated that meeting, and it gave me hope that we'll be able to resolve some issues together. As you know, Table Rock Lake, which is located in my district, is more than just a body of water. It is a cherished landmark of Southwest Missouri, and it's really a crown jewel for the whole state. Some property owners, through no fault of their own, as we discussed, have structural encroachments, much of which happened when surveys were confused or plot lines were confused. Many of these individuals didn't build the structure; they just bought a home and their retirement dream home, right? Only to find out that there's an encroachment that requires them to remove their septic tank or some structure, or sometimes a retaining wall that's holding back dirt from flooding their home. And so I want to just kind of get an update from you after that meeting, any follow-up that you had.
Congressman Burlison, thank you for being an advocate for your constituents on this issue. It's one that my office and General Graham's operation are tracking very closely. We let you know last week that we had paused all enforcement actions on residents around Table Rock Lake, which, as I conveyed to you last week, I understand personally the lake culture that exists throughout much of Middle America, including in places like your district. You and I talked about visiting Southwest Missouri, which I intend to do, and the Little Rock District as well. And so what I will say to those constituents of yours who you've advocated for around Table Rock Lake is that we are working every single day to deliver a common sense and fair outcome to this solution. There's no place for the government to inappropriately infringe on individual property rights, but there is a flood control mission there, and so we're going to have to balance the flood control mission against the property issues. But I see no reason that we shouldn't be able to solve this in a fair and common sense way that produces a good outcome for your constituents.
Thank you. After our meeting, a couple of days later, I got a call from my Aunt Bonnie, who lives on Table Rock Lake, and she said, the Corps has gone crazy. They are telling us that we have to remove our flower pots off of our docks and that they're not allowing pizza to be delivered. I didn't realize that pizza could be delivered by boat on Table Rock Lake, but that's pretty awesome. And so I get those kinds of phone calls all the time. And so one has to scratch your head and wonder, don't they have something better to be focused on than the flower pots, that my Aunt Bonnie has on her docks, right?
Congressman, I hope that that's not true. If it is, I know General Graham and I will look into it with the Little Rock District and see what we can do to make sure that we're being reasonable in enforcing our mission of flood control in that area.
Thank you. And I want you guys to mark on your calendar November the 9th. Each year, we have a veterans fishing charity event. We provide free fishing guides to area veterans. It is one of the most beautiful, patriotic American things you could ever see, and on the most beautiful lake in the country. And I would love for you both to attend November 9th if you could make that available.
Thank you, Congressman.
And then I have a last question. General Graham, and this is a strange question, I know, but in an interview on Tucker Carlson, former Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Catherine Austin Fitts, reported that there were secret underground military bases and bunkers that were built. She said that the United States government has diverted $21 trillion to build a network of underground military bases, a vast, almost like city-type structure with transportation in between. Are you aware of that claim that she made? And is there any validity to it? You can't comment.
Congressman, I don't have any knowledge of any of that.
Okay, all right, thank you. I yield back.